So, this story is titled, My Boyfriend Was Living a Double Life with My Cousin. Story time. So, tell me why I was out here thinking I was in the most stable, loving relationship ever, only to find out my boyfriend had a whole other life. Buckle up. Joseph, put your seatbelt on. We're going for a ride. So, I've been dating this guy who we will call Steve for almost 2 years. He was sweet, super attentive, the type of guy who sends morning texts with little coffee emojis. He was in a Pinterest relationship mood board. Oh, love that for you. Fucking love Pinterest. If you're ever looking for outfit inspo, get yourself on Pinterest. He got on so well with my family, and I'm thinking green flags all around. Joseph, green flag, wave it. Cool. It'll land one day. Turns out, no, it was the biggest red flag because my cousin, let's call her Amy, was always a little bit too friendly with Steve. Like, I'd catch her giggling at his text, finding way too many excuses to be around whenever we hung out. And she'd always make those weird comments like, oh, I only like guys who are like Steve. Oh no, if only all guys were like Steve. Yeah, babe, he's 1 in a million. That's why he's mine. So get your grubby little mitts off him. Or she'd say things like, you're so lucky. Now, at the time, I thought it was just admiration. Fast forward to one random Tuesday. I'm chilling, eating leftover pasta. Might I add, leftover food tastes so much better than on the day that it is cooked.
I hope that detail's integral to the story.
Yeah, I hope so too. Why is... Oh, when I get a random message from a burner account on Instagram, it says, check Steve's location. Oh, hell no. Check Steve's location, shut up. Which I'm nosy, so obviously I do. And surprise, surprise, Steve is not at his house. He's at Amy's apartment. I wonder if these are cousins that are like best friends. You know when you see on socials like, she's my cousin, but she's also my best friend. You know, things like lovely dynamics. I'm thinking it's probably like that because why would you be hanging out with your cousin's boyfriend if you're not that into her? So now I could have been rational. I could have just called him and asked what he was up to. No. I'm a big, Lizzie can attest to this. Never be rational. Actually, no, I'm going to be rational about other people's situations, but my own, it's everyone's fucking issue, isn't it, Liz?
Everyone's.
Thank you for that input. Now, I grabbed my car keys and I drove straight there and let myself in because, fun fact, Amy had given me a door code months ago. Stunning. So we're close. If we're just breaking into each other's house. So tell me why I walked in and there is Steve stood in the kitchen shirtless. Oh no, the pasta is essential for the story. He's standing in her kitchen shirtless, making, let's say it together, pasta. Pasta. Oh no, it is actually really integral. And he's doing my pasta recipe, the one I was eating at home. The betrayal is multi-layered. Yeah, he's taking the family secrets and like, oh wait, no, we're in the family. Never mind. Oh, so you're thinking, oh, Steve, he does me this special pasta dish. He gets the pasta cooked a little bit soggy, just the way I like it. We have 3 tins of chopped tomatoes, slight little shaking of onion salt, slight little shaking of oregano, and then cover the bitch in garlic salt. Bit of cheese melted in, bit of buffalo mozzarella, and garlic bread on the side. If anyone needs a pasta recipe, there you go. It's the best pasta you'll ever eat. Hit me, Lizzie.
Why do you have no real vegetables?
Onion, salt. Well, I chop it. Shut up. Leave me alone. Sometimes you can like grate the garlic, but then you get your fingers a little bit too close to the grater and it's like, am I going to lose the fingertip? Anyway, I stood there like, oh, am I interrupting something? And Amy has the audacity to act surprised. She's like, hey girl, you want some pasta? I just put some fresh garlic bread in the oven. I don't know why she's American. Why is Amy always American? Anyway, She has that audacity to act surprised, like I'm the one in the wrong for showing up unannounced. I admire to be that level of delulu. Steve, on the other hand, drops the pasta spoon like he's on what the fuck does that say? Telenovela.
Oh, a telenovela is a Spanish soap opera.
Why do you know that?
Spanish GCSE, shout out to Miss
I
Betts.
love that. Go, Miss Pets. Woohoo. Betts. Yeah. Who's Pets? Oh, we have friends. So, wow, a telenovela. And Steve just blurts out, I can explain. Guys, I read these stories week in, week out. You can't explain. Stop saying you can explain. Come up with other excuses. I'm sorry. I'm sick of hearing it. Sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me. Anyway. So I'm like, oh, you can explain? Can you, Steve? Can you? Joe, calm down. So, long story short, we need to stop making long stories short. I want every detail. I'm slightly annoyed that the pasta recipe wasn't included. I imagine him cooking in a Le Creuset, you know? So anyway, long story short, he and Amy had been talking for months, and apparently she had no guilt whatsoever. She hit me with the classic, we didn't mean to hurt you. I will hit you with the pasta spoon, you bitch. She said it just happened, like he slipped and fell into a second relationship. And here's the best part, the twist no one saw coming. Oh, let's prepare ourselves. Sip, sip, motherfuckers. Did I do first sip, best sip? I don't think I did. First sip, best sip. So, turns out the burner account that had texted me was... Oh my God. I love this podcast so much. I love when people tell me these things. Turns out the burner account was Amy's boyfriend who had been onto this for weeks and wanted me to find out. This girl was also cheating. They were both out here committing relationship crime. I had unknowingly walked into a crossover episode of Cheaters and Muri. I think Cheaters is that American TV show where they're like inconspicuous in the back of a van somewhere and they send a decoy person in to try and get the guy to cheat. I think that's what that is. So yeah, I broke up with Steve, Amy got dumped, and now her ex and we're dating. Stunning scenes. But hey, what would you have done? Would you have thrown the pasta at them or just walked out like a boss? Let me know in the comments what would you think. Oh, she's asking for audience participation, guys. So get involved. What would you have done? Let me know in the comments because I still replay this in my head every night like it's a true crime documentary. Right, here's the thing. I think you've done brilliantly and I really hope you and Amy's boyfriend, we'll call him Dave, get married and have kids because I can only begin to imagine what that wedding speech should be like. And also, interesting dynamic because Amy's your cousin, so she obviously wouldn't be invited. Or would she? God, imagine going to the wedding of your cousin and also your ex. If it's your bed, you've got to sleep in it, Amy, unfortunately, my darling. I personally, if it was me, I'd have walked in, picked up the Le Creuset with the pasta in, walked home, meal prep for the week. You sorted. Bargain. You've wasted no time making your dinner. And I'd have taken the Le Creuset as well because they're expensive and nice. I'd cut Amy off. Strange. That she clearly wasn't happy in her relationship, so she should have just ended that and looked for someone else. I think that she was never happy in her relationship. She could see how great you were with Steve and how brilliant he was, and she got her little claws in there. And here we are. Bob's your uncle. No, she's not. She's your cousin. But there we go.
Footnote.
Oh.
Telenovela is actually primarily produced in Latin America.
Oh, Latin America.
Apologies.
That's okay. I'll accept it. Just do better next time, yeah. Telenovela, that's so fun to say. So is that still a soap opera, but just in Latin America?
A type of television, serial drama or soap opera primarily produced in Latin America, characterised by its melodramatic storyline and often airing during prime time.
So it's like the Hollyoaks of the Latin America world. Love that. Cool. Here's the thing. You've come out of this with an even better partner, because you clearly must have things in common with Dave because you got on so well with your cousin, and Amy clearly got on well with your man. So I hope you get married and have lots of babies and make great pasta in the future. God, I'd love some. Do you know what slaps? Plain pasta. You cannot convince me that plain pasta does not bang. It is just impeccable.
Want some onion salt on your plain pasta?
You want some onion salt on your plain pasta? Do you know what I've been making recently? New potatoes. Oh, I fucking love potatoes. Sorry, I must also add, potatoes, a vegetable or not a vegetable? It's dividing people, you see? You need to comment now. Is a potato a vegetable? Because my partner Jordan, who we all know and love, he says carbohydrate. But Google says root vegetable. I say vegetable. However, doesn't class as one of your 5 a day because it's a carbohydrate. So if there's any nutritionists out there listening, can you fill me in on this, please? Because I'm here thinking that every time I have the fattest wad of mashed potato, I'm having like 6 of my 5 a day. Clearly, I've been lied to several times. I just fancy broccoli, which I also put onion salt on, and garlic salt. I just fucking love onion salt and garlic salt. What are you shocked at, Lizzie?
Just found on Reddit, am I the only one bothered by Peppa Pig saying potatoes are vegetables?
Oh, that's defo a parent that's got too much time on their hands.
Please fill my cup. Am I really asking for much? It's been a long week, I'm looking for fun. Please fill my cup. Find me under the sun. SOS, I'm just looking for a good time. Oh, 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 oh. And I'm singing like, whoa.